everybody, what's up? Doing a little Friday afternoon, early evening market wrap up. So we got a little bit of a sell-off in the stock market today. The Dow down only 7 on that weaker GDP report for the fourth quarter. S&P down 2. However, S&P futures down 4.5, 2189, I believe. At 2188, that's the level I talked about. I think if we get below there, you could see some more selling in the S&P futures. Anyway, I was just working on the MMT Trader, which of course will be out on Monday. You know, I work on that thing starting from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And today, just now, Friday's an important day. We get a lot of data that comes out, specifically the weekly banking data, and I was going over that. And as you may know, for those of you who have MMT Trader subscription, you know, last week I talked about it looked like possibly the slowdown in bank credit and loan creation had stopped, okay, that the slowdown had stopped. We got a little bit of a pickup, both nominally and also in a year-over-year percentage terms. However, looking at the data for this week, that deceleration has resumed. All right, so we see the growth, year-over-year growth in loans and leases now down to a new 2.5-year low. Auto loans are down, consumer loans are down, real estate loans are down, residential real estate within that real estate segment, that was down a lot, $6 billion in 1 week. So I mean, for whatever reason, the deceleration in loan growth has resumed. You know, if you just go back to last year, like July of 2016, loans and leases were growing at over 8% year over year. Now they're growing at like 5.8%. That's almost a 30% slowdown in the rate of loan growth. So it's an important factor. I mean, we do see the fiscal flows picking up year over year now, and that's positive, although it is not picking up by a lot. It's just barely positive year over year, maybe growing at a little over 1%. But you got that banking data, that banking and loans and leases, they're slowing down. So for whatever reason, that is not a positive factor. Anyway, next week we ght a bunch of data, and of course on Friday of next week we get the jobs report. Right now in December, right now in January, it looks pretty strong in terms of employment and withholding tax deposits. But again, you know, last month we learned that line item in the daily treasury statement, that could increase based on wages and salaries going up, or it could increase on more jobs being created, or a combination of both. So we don't know really what it picks up on. All I could tell you is that it is stronger in January vis-a-vis where it was in December. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. But I will be making some more comments on that later next week. Anyway, have a great weekend, everybody. If you don't have the MMT Trader Report, please go sign up for a 30-day free trial. Go to pitbulleconomics.com. Click on the tab that says products, and you'll see a link there to get your 30-day free trial. You get that over the weekend. You could look at all the back issues, all the trade recommendations, and that sort of stuff. All right, see you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.